Another kill production.
Man, fuck the bullshit.
Oh, I literally prepared for the.
Last week, my fault, gang. My fault, gang.
We here now. I hate you so much. I swear to God.
What do you mean by that?
I hate you.
What you mean you hate me? Yeah,
Bro, because I'm like, I'm on my phone on Twitter and all that. Aaron Judge hit home run 62. And I'm like, cool. And then all of a sudden, fuck with the bullshit. He's like, oh, stop out. No warning, just like off the cuff. Let's go.
But anyway, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Shabazz, alongside the usual guest, Natty Babson Spot. Week 4 in the books. For context, for those who are keeping up with our picks and spreads, for the spreads, I was 8-8, 8-8. Natural was 7-9. For the predictions, I was 10-6. Natural was 7-9 again. But we had different picks in a couple of matchups, in like 8 matchups. I like 7 matchups. I won 5 of those matchups, so I got 5 bonus points for the season. So for those who care, if you do care, I'm up by 6 games.
Wait, how does that work out?
Because last week we were tied 24-24.
Right. If there were 7 games different and I had 2 and you had 5, shouldn't you be only 5 games up?
Nah, because you were 7-9. So add that was 30. No, that was 31. Right? And with the bonus 2 points that you got.
Well, how would I get bonus 2 points? Just pick the difference. You would just get +5.
Right.
We'll figure it out. Logistics on the
side. I'm up a reasonable amount. I'm up a reasonable amount. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But anyway, week 4 happened. It was trash for multiple reasons. One, because both of our teams lost, unfortunately. We'll talk about that later. But second reason, Natty, he lost. He had a chance to win some nice dues, some nice dollar dues, man. Some nice dollar dues, man. How's the family? He had a chance. All he needed was one thing to happen. And we're gonna talk about it. Oh, he's gonna talk about it in a second, but he told us Monday. He was like, yo, all I need is this thing to happen. And I was like a couple hundred beams. I was like, let's go. I'm hyped. Because it's him. If the gang winning, like, one of us, when we all win, like, fuck, I live vicariously through him. And then we watched the game, and boom, went the dynamite. So, Nathan, tell us what happened real quick.
So last week, we talked about, I'm never betting on the Giants in prime time again. Because I needed, like, 2 things to happen. Oh, everything happened, and just the Giants needed to win. And I could have won, like, $600. They didn't win. So, I'm like, bet. Maybe it's just the Giants. Maybe it's just the Giants, right? Then Monday Night Football, Rams Niners. I'm like, all right, cool. All I need is the Rams to win. I win like $200. Rams don't win. So at this point, I'm just thinking if If it ain't me, it must be me. It's gotta be me. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. If I pick, like, what's that? Fool me once, shame on you. You fool me, you can't get fooled again. So at this point, it's usually 3 strikes you're out. I'm gonna believe that. If I pick whoever we pick tomorrow, tune in tomorrow for the picks. But whoever I pick for Monday Night Football, and they solo me again, I'm I'm just like done. I'm done betting. I'm done betting on Monday Night Football because there's absolutely no way that happened again. Back to back weeks of just paying. If only one thing needed to happen and it didn't happen. Otherwise, I'm good. I'm chilling. Well, let's get into it.
Well, drop a like, y'all. Subscribe.
Ooh,
We need one more person for 600. We need one more person for 600. Now, what happens? This video is awesome, but we need one more person. One more person to join the family. We gotta join the family. Stop playing. 600. That's awesome. We try to hit 1,000 by the end of the season. Stop playing. But yeah, before that, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, tell a friend, and let's get right to. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
But anyway, so Thursday night, Bengals beat the Dolphins. Real quick, praise for Tua. I hope he's all right. That was nasty. I didn't think he was gonna be able to play at all anyway. Unfortunately, I was right on that, but the reason why I was right because he got injured. He was all right. He actually was like prior to the injury, like it was a close game. It was good. Like they kicked some field goals, whatever. Jalen Waddle was getting involved. Tyreek was getting involved. But after that, normally that's a game that the Dolphins win, or a team like if they lose their starting quarterback, they rally. But the Bengals was like, nah, we can't allow that. And I know the reason why I picked them to win the game in the first place because of the drip. But like literally, you're seeing like Jamar Chase isn't having like the best season so far, but like they still have chances to win games. They low key should be 3-0. I said 3-0, 3-1 right now. Hell, it could be 4-0 right now. But they're on 2 straight games. They won 2 straight games. They're going to Baltimore this Sunday night. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. But shout out to the Bengals. They had good pressure all night. They gave up a lot of passing yards though to Teddy Bridgewater.
Only to Tyreek though.
That is true. Like they had Waddle on clamps. So and like I love how T Higgins was like, yo, like you're gonna double him. Awesome. I'm gonna eat. And then when Xavier Hammer went down, like it was just barbecue chicken because there's not a lot of corners who could guard this man. He's like 6 something. He's a ball player. Get up and get it. And he's fast as shit too, like sneaky fast. So good win by the Bengals. Now they're 2-2. They're top for first in the division with the Ravens and the Browns. So hey, if they want to peak at the right time, like they want to shoot up, shit, shout out to them.
Yeah, I mean, talk about the Dolphins really quickly. Obviously, pray for Tua. Obviously, hope he gets right. Don't rush him back, Miami, because man, if they rush him back and he gets hurt again, that's just gonna be the worst luck possible. I truly believed in Tua because Tua had no incentive to lie. Like, yeah, I thought it was his back first, but and like I'm watching it with my bro, and then like yo, is this the way his fingers work? I was like, ooh, like when I just it's not a good. And Amazon, whoever shows like replays, like you know how remember a few years ago, I think last year when Dak broke his leg, right? And they were like, don't show the replay, right? They should have. The Amazon kept showing the hit, kept showing it, and I'm like, we don't need to like. We all seen it the first time. It's gonna be all on social media. Like we don't need to constantly be seeing and reminded of what happened. Teddy Bridgewater, manageable. Shout out to Teddy B. You know, he came in, tried to do his thing. This loss kind of says more about like the team itself because they have a great team. I just wish that Jalen Waddle got more involved, but they had him on clamps. So it was like he's not going to destroy us. Only one of them, which is kind of a smart strategy. It's like kind of what the how people beat the Chiefs last year. It's like, all right, Tyreek, get your yards. Cool. We're gonna let Tyreek get the yards. But Kelsey not beating us. We're gonna stop the run, and Kelsey's not beating us. And that kind of what happened. Like they said, all right, Tyreek, you get your yards, but Jalen Waddle, you're not doing shit. And we're gonna try to stop the run as much as possible. But Tyreek, yeah, go get your 150 yards, cool. But if that doesn't lead to, it's just empty calories. If it doesn't lead to actual scoring, they're cool with it. Bend but not break. So shout out to the Bengals getting right at the right time and moving on. But
who do you think is more dangerous? Like, who do you think, like, if they got off on a good game is more demoralizing? Waddle or Hill?
Because here's the thing, Hill's gonna get his regardless. Like regardless, he's gonna get his. I think it's Waddle, only because like again, Tyreek is a little maybe like let's say they equal speed, right? Tyreek is such a known, and Waddle is an unknown known. Like we know how special he can be, but we don't know how great he is yet.
So you're saying, like, I guess
it's kind of like Gohan, boom, perfect example.
Potential is just there, like it's limitless.
It's limitless potential. We know his potential is like dumb high. I had to move the camera up to emphasize dumb high, but can he take it? Can defenses allow him to be great? Because he's gonna get his event. Like Tyreek's, you could double him, triple him, bracket him, whatever. He's gonna get his. The Jalen Waddle, can he escape that bracket and can he become a true number one receiver? That's why it's more dangerous if he goes off, because if he goes off, and because Hill's gonna get his again, by the time. If both of them are going off at the same time, kind of like a Baltimore Ravens experience a few weeks ago, both of them start going off, it's like, damn. Okay. But
fuck we can do about that, right?
What we gonna do? We just kind of try to keep the ball in our hands. But man, you don't gotta leave. You don't gotta leave. You don't kick me out for yours. You kick me out for yours. But Saints travel to London, play the Vikings. We lost. Okay. Third time in a row having to say we lost. That's not a great feeling. Not a great feeling at all. I said it last week and I say it again. Penalties and turn the ball over and over again. It's gonna be the death of me, not me and my fanhood, but me just as a football fan, like watching the team. I'm gonna start getting gray hairs because literally, defense played that. When I say they played their asses off, the final score doesn't dictate it. It's 28-25. The defense, how many times did they get a short field? How many times did they 3 and out, boom, back on the field? They held a high-powered, and I was talking to my friend Corbett. Shout out to Corbett. Besides the quarterback, let's just take quarterback out of it. The weapons of Minnesota, all the weapons, who has a better cast of characters? Probably Miami.
Bengals.
Debatable.
Because
I'm going to take Dalvin Cook over Joe Mixon.
But then you're going to take, that's not a wash, but kind of a wash with Jamar and Chase. But T. Higgins is better than.
Point is, they have a great offense. Quarterback's a question mark, right? So that's damn. If it's what the fact that we only hold it to 28 points off of 10 penalties, 2 turnovers. When you lose a turnover battle and you have 10 penalties, you're 99% chance of losing the game. And we have Michael Thomas out, Alvin Kamara out. Our offense in the second quarter really started moving the ball. I'm like, cool. Fucking Andy Dalton. They didn't really make that many mistakes, but he had a costly fumble. And then Deontay Harris. You're supposed to be an all-pro kick returner, special teamer. You have not done anything for us recently. That's what you've done for me lately, and he's been fumbling. He's been being careless with the ball. Second game in a row. First, the Panthers game, he fumbled the kickoff return. Luckily, we recovered it, but he fumbled then, and he fumbled against the Vikings, and they recovered. But the fact that the defense only allowed 3 points or total about 6 points off of turnovers, I will accept it. Can't keep having penalties, derail drives like that. We can't keep getting behind the 8 ball. And the crazy part is we were literally running the ball down their throats. The Vikings
was running it well, yeah.
The worst or second worst run defense, next probably to the Lions. And we were able to run the ball down their throats. And yet somehow, some way, we make a nice first down run. It'll be 2nd and 3. Oh, Holden, bring him back. Or illegal man downfield, bring him back. Or pass interference, offense, bring him back. Something happened, always. always where the rail drives. And yeah, there's two main things else. The refs, oh my, bro,
Be back to the refs.
the refs fucking suck, bro. I try not to cuss on your show. I try not to cuss on our show rather, but the refs, bro, they be fucking blowing minds, bro. Because I'm like, I'll be on Twitter. I'm like, the Saints and the refs, we kind of ever since 2018 in the no call. Ever since 2018 in the no call, we always like, oh, the refs hate us, refs hate us. But I'm like, recently, I'm like, yo, we really keep like one team constantly keeps getting screwed by the refs, constantly. And there were two reasons why. One, Tyrann Matthew. So this is third down. We are down 3 points. No, we're down. We are winning the game. We have the game. It is what 25-22.
Mm.
And we literally have the game. We have to stop them. Cool. Third down. Boom. Phantom hands to the face call by Tyrann Matthew. Wasn't even near his face. Literally wasn't a shoulder pass. Hands in the face. 3 plays later. Deep ball to Thielen. Pass interference, Lattimore. But literally Thielen is grabbing Lattimore's face mask and pulling him towards him. If anything, offsetting penalties, replay the down.
True.
If anything, if the refs were competent of their job, both offsetting penalties. But because they didn't see the face mask being pulled, pass interference at the 1 yard line, Justin Jefferson runs in for the end zone. And the fact that we still had a chance to win despite all of that shows us that, the Saints obviously could easily be 0-4. But if we stop turning the ball over, we get more disciplined with the penalties, we have a chance to be great. I picked them, obviously, to win the Super Bowl, obviously to win the NFC South, and that's still likely possibilities because the Bucks, we're going to get to them later, don't look like world beaters. The Falcons are the fucking Falcons. Then the Panthers and your favorite anti-favorite quarterback, fucking Baker Mayfield. Like the NFC South probably is like the weakest division in football right now. So it's like, damn, like we have a chance to be great and make a rally and make a run. But it starts with coaching, it starts with being disciplined, stops with stop turning the ball fucking over. Last thing, double doink. That's like the perfect way the game had to end. That had to end that way. A double doink. But from 61 yards. So literally, if he was like a smidgen closer, that is going in. And it's overtime, and who knows what happens. We lost. We suck it up, and we move on. We get a good week of practice. Hopefully, everyone gets healthy, and we make it happen.
All right. I think on the Vikings side, like they had a good game. All those things considered, like y'all was like Dalvin Cook, he really do shit. Granted, he was dealing with the dislocated shoulder, but like you guys are great against the run, so he wasn't doing anything regardless. Madison stole a touchdown. I was like, fuck, like goddamn. But Justin Jefferson was cold for a good 2 games, but then he was like, all right, let me show y'all why I'm here. And I like what they did. I like what they're doing. Like I like their scheme where like they're having him like be in the slot, be at the wide out. Hey, they gave him like a jet sweep and he took it to the house. Not took it to, but like he was untouched. And if I wasn't, I would have gritted into the end zone, but that's probably a fucking flag. But defense did okay. But you were honestly right. If they say Michael Thomas was there or Alvin Kamara was there, you guys probably would have won that game. You probably would have won that game. And shout out to Chris Olave. Like he is becoming a darling. He's like a lot of people, but me, you and Matt, we were the first members of the fan club preseason because of the name Olave. Olave. You know what I mean? Like we always jacking him, and then like I picked him on a couple of my teams. Like he helped me out with that, and like he's actually showing out. Like I bet word Jarvis Landry, he's here. He's the number 2. I'm the number 1 now. Michael Thomas is out with the toe. I'm here. He had a buck something in a touchdown. So like if they can if Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, and him can all get on the field at the same time, that's scary. That is honestly scary. So shout out to y'all. Next we got the Browns and the Falcons. We both were wrong, honestly. I thought this dude Jacoby Brissett proved why he's a freaking backup quarterback.
Well,
Because Nick Chubb was eating regular, and the defense was honestly solid, like for the most part. I know Cordell, like he got injured. My man's Cordell, sad, but like the Browns' rush defense was atrocious, honestly, and part of that is probably because Myles Garrett was out and Jadeveon Clowney coming back from injury. But like Denzel Ward caught a pick, awesome sauce. We already know Marcus Mariota is not the guy, but like in Kyle Pitts again. He had a good week last week, but they didn't do remotely anything else this week. So that needs to change. So I'm not saying it's the Desmond Ritter show because they're on a 2 day. They won 2 straight games. But like eventually the Falcons they gotta probably make that switch because they need somebody who first instinct. It's okay if your first instinct is to run if you are effective that way. But if you're Marcus Mariota and you're running and you're not looking down the field, we're seeing wide open receivers like Drake London and Kyle Pitts. Like, bro, like we need somebody. They need somebody that's going to distribute the ball. But they're on a 2-game winning streak, so you can't really complain because they're winning right now. So I guess this game is more about this is a trash game to watch anyway. So like it just I don't know. It's just not there. It's just not it.
I'll say something real quickly. Like, so Falcons again. I don't trust them. I'm a Saints fan, obviously, but they figured out that Marcus Mariota, has some limitation as a passer, but as a rusher, I think after the pick he threw, they ran the ball for the rest of the game. Like I think 15 straight runs. Like when they got the ball, they ran it and they couldn't stop it. So does that say more about the Browns or does it say about the great running game of the Falcons? Remains to be seen. But shout out to Atlanta. You guys are 2-2, tied for first. I played the Bucks this week.
Are we jacking upset alert?
Oh fuck no! I will never ever pick the Falcons.
Damn.
Never.
So be hard was watching this shit. Damn, that's tough.
I don't give a damn.
My full gang.
But regardless, though, good job for the Falcons. And now,
I'm not gonna kick you out. I'm gonna just
best game of the weekend.
Yo, honestly, bro. So I was racking my brain around it, right? I'm not mad we lost. I'm actually over the loss. I'm looking forward. We're gonna see him again. We're gonna see him again for sure. Playoffs, AFC Championship game, something. We gotta spin the block. We are up 20-3, heading into the fourth. We did not score a single point in the second half. It was 20-10. No, it was 20-10 heading into the fourth. But they scored 20 unanswered and beat us. That cannot happen. This is twice now. We had a good lead and we just stopped. Foot off the gas was crazy. Now, a lot of people this week were talking about the John Harbaugh call, 4th and goal. A lot of people wouldn't be talking the way they are if they had converted it. Or if he threw it out of bounds and they're at the 1 or 2 yard line. So there's a lot of different variables that go into that, but the story will be completely different if they converted it. So I can't me personally, if this is Madden, fuck, I look like kicking a field goal. We played Madden all the time growing up. If I'm at 4th and goal, I'm not kicking that field goal. If you stop me, then you got it. You got that. But if you got Lamar Jackson, who at this point had a pretty bad game, and he had a bad game. He made some great plays. That freaking escape artistry shit he did. I don't know how the fuck he did it, but he did it. But like I can't fault them for trusting Lamar to get it done. Now, if he didn't convert, your defense, Like it would have been a 2-man street though. Defense, unfortunately they couldn't get it done. Lock the fuck in. Stop them from scoring. Get a safety or have them punt the ball back, and then we can close it out. Because they're pinned at the 2. But since you do a pick, great play by Jordan Poyer. Great play by Jordan Poyer. But like I can't really fault the loss. We deserve the loss. If we can't score a point in the second half, then nah. We deserve to lose. So it's 2-2. A lot of teams are 2-2. So it's not like we like 1-3 or 4. Like, bro, it's okay. It does suck that we lose because like if we had won against them, woo, boy, everybody would have been on the Ravens meat. But we lost. So it's okay. We bounce back. Right now, we win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. So the trajectory is that we're gonna win against the Bengals, which we're gonna talk about tomorrow. But we should cook them. Pass rush. Their offensive line is ass. Let's eat up, please, guys, and let's get right. But I can't really. I got like Marcus, and also Marcus Peters arguing with John Harbaugh. I don't know. This is like I think you talked about it. Like this is why you like him. This is why he was a problem in the Chiefs. This is why Andy Reid was like, no, we don't want this guy. Same thing with the Rams. This is why we don't want this guy. John Harbaugh is one of the most player coaches out there. You don't want to start something with that, man. And I'm pretty sure they talked it out. Pretty sure they're ready to lock in against the Bengals. So for me, it happens. The same thing happened with fucking Patrick Mahomes and Airbnb. Like sometimes those things happen. It's football. But like you move forward, you lock the fuck in before I tweak out, and that's it. That's it.
Fuck Marcus Peters. That's it. That's all. That is all. Now, Bills showed good fight coming back. You mentioned everything though. It's like if you guys score a touchdown there, why doesn't Lamar run into the end zone? Like I didn't know why he was trying to. So everyone, and this is why people hate social media, because especially on Twitter, especially like everybody's like, "Oh, Lamar can't throw. Lamar can't throw. Lamar can't throw." Right? If he definitely one can, two, that pressure of I gotta prove them that I can throw the ball while you still can use your athleticism and score a touchdown. But I will say this: your offensive line, when it comes to pass protection, definitely shaky.
Our left guard is out.
That's crazy. So like, I was like looking at red zone. I was like, shit, like like how many sacks did you guys give up? Like I was like to Lamar. Now that play that he made where he like kind of like duck, weave, ran around, launched it to Mark Andrews, who also just like tapped it to Rashad Bateman. Poetry, hanging in the Louvre. But like I was like, damn, man, like what's going on? But 6 sacks.
I'm looking it up now. Sacks allowed. You only allowed 2.
Oh, it seemed like way more. He was getting
pressure. The pressures was there.
He was getting
pressure. We only allowed 2 sacks. But hey, Bills have an amazing front. So we only gave up 2 sacks. I cannot complain. If your defense allows 23 points, bro, you should be able to win those games. In 2022, when all of it is dropping 45 and 48 points respectfully, bro, I could complain.
Anyway, next game, we had Commanders at Cowboys. Carson Wentz is cooked. That's all I gotta say on that, man. Carson Wentz is cooked.
Yeah, I got nothing much to say out. Like Cooper Rush, low key. Nah, I'm fucking with you. They benefited from having a weak schedule, which is why they're 3-1. But hey, you take the wins as you can get them.
For sure.
My boy Kyle Singer. What's good? The weekly goat, Kyle Singer.
What value does Monty have as best running back? So he's
injured. So
he's injured with the knee and ankle injury. I actually have him in some fantasy leagues. Hold on, I got you right now. So he is day to day with a lingering knee and ankle issue. So he didn't play against the Giants because of a knee and ankle issue. I know they play the Vikings, who are, like I talked about earlier, ass against the run. My problem with that though is that Khalil Herbert, the backup running back, is starting to kind of like get going. Like he had like 200 or not. He didn't have 200 yards. He had like 100, a buck 50 or so against the Texans a few weeks ago, who also suck against the run. So this is a favorable matchup against the Vikings, but is he gonna get all the carries and get all the touches that he normally does because he's hurt? If he was fully healthy, definitely start him. But because he's like hobbled, I would suggest wait till like Friday when the injury reports, practice reports, and then if it could be a late Sunday, like early Sunday morning, like figure out if he's gonna play. If he's gonna play, put him at RB2 because he's gonna get the touch. But if he's questionable until Sunday, and you have a better running back option, I would suggest go with them. But if this is your one option, let it ride.
Let it ride. Let it ride. Let it ride. I agree. Seahawks and Lions, yo, game of the year, bro. It was pandemonium the whole game, bro. What's a Jared Goff? Like, why are all the biggest scoring game? My boy Jared Goff is involved.
Bro, fucking Lions defense is mid. It's fucking not even mid. Worse than mid. It's ass. The Lions defense, they have Aiden Hutchinson, and that's it. They have no other pass rush. They have no corners. They can't stop the run to save their life. They can't stop. They can't stop a nosebleed, bro. Like they can't stop anybody. Which I'm like the Lions have scored the most points through 4 weeks. Not in NFL history. It was just the most points through 4 weeks. They're also giving up the most points in 4 weeks.
Yeah,
so it's like you cannot win that way. And that point differential is why we're like, what? They lost by 3 against the Eagles. They beat the Commanders. They lost by 4, and then they lost by 3. So right now, what's that? 10 that they lost by, and then let's say they won by 6. So the point differential is like -4. So there's just it's the little things. But their offense can score with anybody. But you can't this is like the Saints back in the day, back in like the 3-year stretch we were 7-9. Drew Brees was throwing for 5,000 yards and all this stuff. Cool, but if you can't stop somebody when it really counts, because literally the Lions got the ball back with down 3 with a minute to go and 3 timeouts, but they couldn't stop Rashad Penny, who finally showed up. They're like, all right, like this is his best game of the year, best game of almost his career. So it's like, damn, like shout out to Geno Smith for taking advantage of such a weak defense and not really turning the ball over. But you can't. Jared Goff can't have a pick 6. You can't do it.
Can't do it.
You shan't have it. If you have that and you're not stopping anybody, you're giving an extra possession, extra points to your defense. So you can't turn the ball over. You can't stop anybody. You gotta make a stop when it mostly counts. And they play. Who do they play this week? They play. Somehow I got you right now. They play the Patriots, who, based off their offense with Bailey Zapp, the Zappy hour, like,
yo, I don't know, bro. But yo, the NFC West, bro, the all teams 2-2, bro.
I know.
That's crazy, bro.
Shout out to Seattle.
Shout out to Seattle, man. That's honestly it. Like DK,
we're gonna lose against the Saints this weekend.
DK was standing. DK, that shit was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
Hilarious.
Yo, he's not lying though. He's like, yo, that clutch walk would have took for like 10 years, bro.
For those who have not seen Red Zone or don't watch football, bro, this nigga DK Metcalf in the middle of like the game had to take a shit. So instead of, hey, I gotta go, like get me out, he said he couldn't. You know how you gotta take a shit, you gotta hold the butt cheeks so the shit doesn't come out. He literally called for the cart to take his ass to the bathroom, and then he came back. And it still caught like a deep bomb later on. It's hilarious. It shouldn't happen. And why is it so funny? I don't know, but it's hilarious. And that kind of describes what the Lions game is. Hilarious. It shouldn't be hilarious, but here it is.
Next Chargers and Texans, bro. Like, honestly, this is the only thing I want to say. Austin Eckler, bro. I was like, yo, if this was a game that he was gonna do something, like this was it. Like the Texans, like as you mentioned earlier, horrible run defense. He carved up. He had 3 total touchdowns. Like he was it. He's just as white as he is black. So you gotta play the Shout out to Chisel Adonis for the joke. But like, yo, bro, like honestly, like they didn't play like Damian Pierce is like the only bright spot to the Texans right now. Like that's honestly it.
They
Like,
can run the ball. Oh, wow. And Brandon Cooks.
oh yeah, we got it. Yeah, shout out to Brown Cooks. But like the Chargers, this was a game that potential trap. They handled it. Easily could have been a trap, but they handled business and they move on to play. I think they didn't play the Browns. Who they play? They play.
Browns.
They play the Browns.
But if they can't stop the run, it's gonna be a
It's gonna be a long day. Without Bosa too, it's gonna be a long day. So we're gonna talk about that tomorrow though. But shout out to the Chargers. They got it right.
Yeah, the Chargers got right. They take care of business. Cool. Titans at Colts. Shout out to Titans, man. Told you.
Yeah, them Titans, bro.
The Titans, man.
Oh,
Derrick Henry is my favorite non-Saint football player. I have a lot of favorite players, but probably number one on the list is Derrick Henry. Because how in the hell do you allow someone that size to be that freaking fast? Like God was like, yo, we're going to give him all the upgrades possible. We're going to max out all his attributes. And you're going to try to tackle him full speed. Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
It's like the guy that just as a kid is like, nope. Absolutely not.
Oh,
like,
on TikTok?
Yeah, on TikTok. How the hell are you supposed to tackle this man? How? You're not supposed to. It's not possible.
Definitely.
And he just ran roughshod against the Colts. Like Colts defense, like the Colts beat the Chiefs last week because of special teams and blunders on that. If you play a clean game, you can beat anybody. That goes with like literally anybody. And we talk about a team that's supposed to be the Super Bowl representative of the NFC later on, i.e. the Bucks and the Rams. If you turn the ball over, you're going to lose. You're going to get smoked.
Indeed. You know what's crazy, though? Like, they were moving the ball. Like Jonathan Taylor notwithstanding, which I don't know what the fuck is going on. I know he injured his ankle, but like, yo, like, he had a dominant year, too. Everyone was like, oh, you the next coming up king, bro. But like, yo, they got
only one king, bro.
Only one king for right now, and that's what they proved. And I know Treylon Burks is injured, but shout out to Robert Woods. A lot of it was like, you're washed, you're old, but he had a good game as well. So the Titans got it. They got it done. Now, for me, can they have that continued success? They won 2 straight. So for me, a lot of teams are 2-2. So they continue success. Shout out to the Titans. Moving on. Bears and Giants. You went for the Bears. You wanted to go for the Giants, but I know your situation. You was
wanted to go for the Giants. Now I actually thought the Bears had a chance. No cap. But Justin Fields, I literally saw a stat, bro, and it blew my mind. You want to hear it?
Talk to me.
I'm gonna tell you anyway. Cooper Kupp has 34 receptions through 4 games. Right? The Bears receivers or completions is like 28. 28 through 4 games. You at some point, Justin Fields was like actually like throwing the ball during the game. I was like, holy shit, he's throwing the ball. Nani? Like what? But at the same time, like if you can't stop anybody, like what the hell? Like Daniel Jones is dead ass doing the same bum ass play action boot and running for touchdowns. Literally the same exact play. And both of my friend and his pops was like, yo, how can you not see it? Eventually, second half, they stopped it. But the first half, Daniel Jones, not even Saquon, Daniel Jones was running roughshod on the Bears. And then he got hurt. And then Tyrod Taylor came in. And then he got hurt. So
Saquon came in. Where?
was an emergency QB. Like, hold on. We here. But it's just like, damn. Like, if you can't stop the same thing, it's like what oh man, what's that? It's like a spam move from Shao Kahn, right? It's Mortal Kombat. So you're doing the same move over and over again. Until you stop it, he's gonna keep doing it. throw the fucking hammer at your ass. The same thing over
and then the shoulder, right?
the shoulder, and until you learn how to stop it. Which is, I'm like, why don't more teams do this? If you doing the same thing, getting 7 yards, 5 yards, 7, 6. If the Atlanta Falcons did it, Falcons just did it. All right, we're not going to trust our quarterback. We're going to run the ball down your throat, and until you stop it, we will keep running the ball. So the same thing happened with the Giants. They kept running the same thing over and over again. And then Saquon is really the league is better when Saquon's healthy. Like,
bro, I'm gonna start a petition for Saquon to be Offensive Player of the Year. Not MVP. He probably because he's like I would say him like he's like if he's not there, they're not winning games. They have no running. They have no other running game. They have no receivers. He's literally getting like $1.50 every game from scrimmage, at least. So he is right now the Offensive Player of the Year. He doesn't have a lot of the touchdowns, but he has a hell of a lot of yards. So if at this point, we're a month in the season. If there was anybody that's Offensive Player of the Year, it's Saquon. Cooper comes in second place.
Because it's leading to wins.
He's leading exactly. He's leading to wins. Like him being him proving everybody wrong on a contract year. You're like, I'm still him. I'm still Max Kellerman was like, oh, he's like the second coming of Barry fucking Sanders. Like he is him, and he's doing it at a good pace, and they're winning games like you mentioned. So this is all about the Giants. The Bears, I can give two shits about the Bears. They're 2-2. It's more like a fluky 2-2. They should be 1-3. Shit, they should be 0-4, keeping it a buck. But shit happens. Football gods is football gods. But it's all about the Giants. They're 3-1. A lot of people think they're frauds. They're frauds. But hey, a lot of teams are 2-2. Not a lot of teams are 3-1.
Perfectly said.
So
speaking of 2-2 teams, Jags traveled to Philly. And put a pin in this really quick. I got not a rant. Like all the 1 o'clock games were awful.
what?
Weather-wise.
Oh, yeah, facts.
All the 1 o'clock games literally dealt with like, except for like the Texans game.
Nah, because the Ravens game was horrible.
Falcons
The Eagles game was horrible.
I got you right now. Falcons was in the dome. Cowboys was in the dome. Lions was in the dome. Texans was in the dome. And Colts. Every other game dealt with rain.
Yeah.
Every other game.
The rain.
So it's like the Jags game, it's like, damn. Like I literally like torrential ass like downpours. Not like monsoon levels like a week 1, but like downpours. And what team runs the ball probably the best out of anybody in the league? The Eagles. What team apparently can't stop the run to save their life? The Jacksonville Jaguars. So I didn't do my due diligence on that. I thought that they smoked the Colts. They smoked the Chargers. Then they're gonna smoke the Eagles, or at least keep the game close. And they were up 14-0 off of a pick 6. So they're chilling. But Trevor Lawrence, you cannot fumble the ball 4 times.
You can't turn a pick. You can't throw a pick in the like red zone either.
Can't throw a pick in the red zone. You can't have 4 fumbles. It's like, damn. Like I said, every team that lost kind of has the same motion. You can't be giving your opponent other chances, more chances. Because eventually the Eagles woke up. It's like, oh, shit. Miles Sanders, end zone twice, hold on. Get him in there. We love to see it. Have him on fantasy teams. Right? Jalen Hurts is looking like an MVP candidate. Like, yeah, the pick 6 notwithstanding, he came back, showed his shoulder of resilience. So it's just like, damn, the Eagles last unbeaten team. And like Nick Wright was making a good case. I don't know when their loss is coming.
You don't. Don't.
Like they can beat every team on their schedule, and they also could lose to every team on their schedule. That's the NFL guy.
17-0, bro.
No, I ain't saying that. It was the Saints New Year's Day. Come on.
Because I'm playing.
Well, regardless though, shout out Eagles, man. 4-0. They took care of business. They got punched in the mouth and was able to be resilient and show up. Okay, now we gotta play football. So good job.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like I feel like this was one of those games where like you had to run and the Jags did not run. And the Eagles they played to their strengths. When Jalen Hurts doesn't have a touchdown and they still win, you're like, all right. And shout out to Cisco, Q's alum, Q's football player. For me, that Utica Q's connection, awesome stuff. I just know about him. I think I met him like one time somewhere, but Eagles, they go and just keep on getting right. And Jalen Hurts right now is one of the leaders for MVP. Now he had a bad game, like obviously not like on the stat sheet wise, but he made the plays when he needed to. He came from behind. He was down 2 scores, and they won the game. So
Yeah.
you can't complain. But the
Speaking
defense
of
was
course, look at the segues. Jets and Steelers.
yes, sir, bro. It's fuck the bullshit. I called it because I was like, yo, I'm fading Mitch Trubisky. I was fading Mitch Trubisky. I was like, yo, he's not winning. He is not winning. Midway, they were losing. They made the switch. Here, Kenny Small Hands Pickett. He threw 3 picks. But I said the same thing to my coworker today. I was like, yo, bro, because yesterday I looked at the spreads for next week. The fuck they down. They're scheduled to lose by 14.
Oh, against Buffalo, right?
Against Buffalo. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm calling not the upset, but the spread. That's too high of a spread. That is way too high of a spread. 14 points is 2 touchdowns. But that's tomorrow. For today, he brought energy. George Pickens, he had his best game yet, 100 yards. Najee Harris, he didn't get to the end zone, but he made some good runs. Defense played a little better. But I only called the upset because I thought Mitch was playing the whole game. That's honestly why. Because I was like, I don't trust him. So I'm glad I got it right. Zach Wilson, he had a bad first like 3 quarters. He called a little touchdown, did a little gritty, whatever. That was cute. But that last drive, if we consistently like that, then we got something. I got something in Gang Green over there in New York. I guess whatever. Jersey, New York, same shit. They got something because he was nearly perfect from the field. That last drive that led to a touchdown.
For sure.
So for me,
I don't got much, man. I think the Steelers, man, like, I think him getting the reps in practice is gonna be good for him, obviously. But man, Chase Claypool, what the fuck happened, son? Bro, another 2 weeks in a row, goose eggs, bro. And one of those picks, 2 of those picks weren't his fault. 2 of those picks was not his fault. The first one, he gave Claypool a chance. A 6'4", big ass dude, and he let a 5'8" corner like jump with him and hit the ball out and then pick. The second pick, he gave Pat Fryermuth a chance. Threw a little too high, hit his hands, tipped, and then the guy caught it. Like, it's like those 2 things. I'm like, all right, like you can like, all right, go for your first read or throw the ball out of bounds, whatever. But like that 14-point spread, bro. That's
first official start going against Buffalo's pass rush is insane.
Yeah, murderers row. I think for the next few weeks for the Steelers because they don't got an easy win at all.
They don't have any wins
the
projected.
Steelers always find a way. I talked about it week 1 with the Bengals. The Bengals gonna smoke, and I'm like, not so fast, not so fast. They play terrible. They always play down to the competition, but they also always rise up to the challenge. And hey, Mike Thomas,
I got it. Upset alert. I'm lying, but for the spread, plus 14 on the Steelers. That's good. Give me that. Fuck you talking
about? Next we got the 4 o'clock. The 1 o'clock windows. Pretty solid witching hour. There was no real topsy turvy. But you get over though. Get him.
Oh, hold on. Smoking that bacon pack, not gonna lie. I don't even smoke, but smoking that bacon pack real good. Fuck is you talking about? I said, yo, he is trash. No one was. Everyone was like, "You're being mad mean. Why are you being so mean? Be nice to him." Oh my god, this, that, and the third. No, he is trash. He threw 2 picks, bro. The MVP of that game, J.J. Watt. He had literally his heart stopped. Came back because when you have something technically dead, he technically was dead. Came back to life, batted the ball, led the game-winning interception, bro. And he got trucked after that. I was laughing. I was like, yes, I loved it. The Bacon demise was crazy, bro. Where is the DJ Moore shit? Because the Cardinals don't have a good defense. They have good players on their defense, Buda Baker and JJ Watt and all that. But like they don't have a good they don't have a good defense at all. And I was like, Baker, you should try to do something. You're favored. I don't know why you was favored. But yo, you continue to prove me right. So for the rest of the year, it's fade Baker on every pick because fuck is you talking about? It's up. Shout out to McCaffrey though. McCaffrey is like the sole bright spot of that whole thing. And bro, we both keep saying it. The Panthers defense is legit. They are legit. This is the back-to-back week. They had a touchdown. Last week was a fumble 6. This week was a pick 6. The Panthers, the front is nice. The secondary is pretty like average to above average. In the middle linebackers, they can cover both sides of the field. Sideline to sideline. So they have a good defense. But if their offense is putting on points, they're like, damn, fuck is we doing this for?
Bro, take a guess who they play this week. Random guess. Don't look at the square sheet. Let's take a guess.
Who they play? Houston? No, not Houston.
No, the Niners. I don't know what the spread is.
Bro, it's Fade Baker, bro. I don't know if it's probably gonna be like 10, probably back 10. But like, I don't know, bro. I'll probably just go with money line because I'm pussy. But like, wait, but like, bro.
You said everything I wanted to say. The Panthers should be 0-4 right now. They should be 0-4. They beat the Saints because, again, turn the ball over and penalties. But Panthers are not a good team. They have a great kicker. They have a great defense. But 3 phases, not just 2. So until the offense gets right, and you talk about McCaffrey. McCaffrey definitely is like, again, the league is great when when running backs who are stars are like doing their shit.
Before we move on, so what we get drunk, so what we smoke weed, we just having fun, and we don't care who sees. It's fuck Baker now, and that's how it's supposed to be on Shabazz TV. What are you talking about? That's off the top, off the dome piece. What are you talking about? Moving on though.
Packers
hosted the actually, yo, Zappy Hour? Stop playing.
Zappy Hour.
Right? I got bars, right? Yeah, I'm on the phone. I'm on FaceTime with my girl as we doing this. I'm on I have bars, right? Yes, sir. I gotta play that back and put it on TikTok. But this game was actually closer than a lot of people expected.
Me included.
Like everyone was like, "Oh, this is about to be a blowout." Nah, but we keep doubting Bill Belichick, but like he makes a great game plan. And plus, Romeo Dobbs fumbled, but and for like 2.5 quarters it was non-existent. Aaron Rodgers was like, "Oh, fuck this guy, you're a burger." But he had that great route, good touchdown catch. He kept it in. I was like me personally, like I love receivers, so when I see a nice route, I get like, oh, I'm like, oh, like someone spent some fire, like, oh, like you feel me, like that little wave from I'm Athlete, like, oh, like, I get excited. He cooked, got open, caught it. I was like, damn. So if they can build on that, continue that, and Watson got in the end zone too, off that end around, bro. The rookies showed love. They showed love to the rookies. Get them more involved because the schedule's not going to get. It's all right. But like the Patriots, I don't really have much to say because shout out to them. Shout out to the GOAT coach. They kept it close. They could have won, honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing. The rookie showed some rookie tendencies. He never probably got hit before in practice, so he got that sack fumble. Was like, damn, it's kind of fuck. You good, Fernanda? You good? You kind of shove it.
It's been like, I don't know. It's been a struggle trying to even close that door. I know it's not even closed. Like,
Does she want to say hi to the stream?
You want to say out of the stream?
Hmm?
You want to say out of the stream?
there you go. Got it.
I actually do want to say hi to the stream, but
Oh, I thought you said you want some extra strength. I'm like, no, I got it.
whatever. Point is, Patriots. I don't know. They quarterback change. Mac Jones, Brian Hoyer. They both. You know about Brian Hoyer. He's not the guy. Mac Jones still remains to be seen, leaving a lot to be desired. Bailey Zapp against the Lions. I'm not gonna pick him, but there we go. Hold on,
Bro, I don't know, bro.
Aaron Rodgers for the first half looked like a mortal. He looked normal. He looked ass. I ain't gonna hold you. He looked ass. Pick six. He was like 4 for like 10 for like 22 yards. He was not good. In the second half, though, it was like, all right, we cooking. So got past career number 500. So not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. Broncos at Raiders.
Bro, I might have to join you. I might have to join your fade Broncos, huh? I'm about to join that, son. Bro. Well, this is your smoke your pack. Smoke your pack, bro.
Nathaniel Hackett can't coach. I said this every single week. They escaped last week with the Niners, despite a fucking safety. Like this, because of a safety, they won the game. And then, I'm not saying anything bad about the players. Okay, Russell Wilson is week 4. He's getting better with his receivers. Jerry Jeudy got into the end zone, the Haitian sensation. Cortland Sutton is still becoming a nice guy. I just think that mismanaging the clock and terrible play calls leads to piss poor performance from both sides of the ball. And Melvin Gordon, bro. Oh, now this is what I say. I don't talk bad about the players, bro. I'm talking about the players now. Nathaniel Hackett. Oh, shout out to Javonte Williams. Tell his ACL, his LCL. Hope he's all right. Hope he gets better. He comes back strong, King. But before that, he kept giving Melvin Gordon a chance. Every single drive, they would take out Javonte Williams and put in Melvin Gordon. And then they fucking lose by what? 4 points or 2 points? I don't know how, like 9 or whatever, because of a fucking fumble return for a touchdown. Because they want to keep feeding Melvin Gordon. For what? He's old. Give your young kid who's a rising star, a chance. Then again, he tore his ACL. Hopefully he gets better. Down the line, he gets better, gets right. But now they had to bring in Latavius Murray, who was in the Saints. Like, they had to bring him in because they're like,
Did
shit.
he play in London?
He just played in London, and then they're bringing him in because they need a new running back. So it's like, this is going to be, I said it before and I say it again. Teams that aren't balanced don't win the Super Bowl. Because even the Rams last year, they tried. Like, there were some times like, yeah, we're gonna run the ball, we're gonna milk the clock, because eventually you're gonna get to a lead, and then other teams are gonna try to come back, and it's like, nope, let's shut it down. Your defense can be solid. Bradley Chubb, Pat Surtain, great. We got a great quarterback. We got great receivers. But if you can't run the ball consistently, you're not going to win games in this league. You can survive against the Niners with Jimmy G. You can survive against the Texans. The Texans. But you can't survive against good teams that will punch you in the mouth and could run the ball like the Raiders can, like Josh Jacobs. Shout out to him, my fans team. Got me 2 touchdowns. Got me like 30 points. We'd love to see it. So it's like, if you can't run the ball, I'm blaming Nathaniel Hackett. Because again, if you can't coach your players into running the ball, and you keep putting in players who don't deserve the chance to run the ball, and you see how bad they are. You keep putting them in for what reason? That's all I gotta say, man. Fuck the Broncos until they fire Hackett. We're not fading like you. I'm not fading them every single time, but like,
Bad for business.
Bad for business.
So you took it on the Broncos side. I took it on the Raiders side because honestly, the Raiders they lost a close one to the Chargers. They had the lead up by like 17 and lost to the Cardinals. So it's 1-1. They could have won against the Titans last week. They could have. So they easily could be looking at 2-1, 3-1. Hell, I said 3-1, 2-2, or hell, even 4-0. They could have. And they low-key could have lost this game as well, but they made timely things. And we always like, even like I take like ownership as that, like, yo, like they're not gonna be able to stop anybody, like they have no corners, all that. Bro, they play very hard. So you gotta give that respect. Max Crosby was all over like the field on Sunday. He was all like he didn't. I don't think he had like a lot of sacks. He probably had like one or two, but like he had a lot of pressures and he had a lot of hurries and he had a lot of hits. Like you saw him on your screen, and this is why you pay him those big bucks to beat in every play, to have a chance to win the play, and to fuck shit up. We gotta stop cursing to disrupt the play. We gotta stop. We just gotta stop cursing. We trying to get the subscribers. We got some kids who want to watch us, and then their parents, oh, they're cursing. Oh my god! So we go try our best not to curse as much. The occasional nigga might come up. Not gonna lie, but Devontae went off. Waller did not go off, but hey, I'm pretty sure he's not complaining when they're catching wins. He had actually a clutch ass catch. But honestly, because it was a clutch ass catch. Like, it was honestly like it was clutch. It got him in the goal line situation, and then Josh Jacobs, hell of a game by him. A lot of people was fading him. Like he ain't gonna do nothing now. Like he had 2 touchdowns and like 100-something yards. I was like, I go crazy.
I'll tell you right.
They play the Chiefs though. So for me, we call upset alert? I don't know. But hey, if they can keep it close, show some flashes, they can make some momentum. But lastly, and this is why Natural was sad in the beginning of the stream, second last game. Sorry. Speaking of Chiefs.
Let's talk about it. So I make parlays as it happens, right? So I made a parlay for the 1 o'clock windows, didn't go well, obviously. The 4 o'clock window and the late night and the other games, I went perfect. So starting with the Cardinals game,
You was perfect.
I was perfect. And literally it was just a 5-pick parlay. It was $10 to win 166. Also the same thing was like $1 on FanDuel to win 16. So that's why I was like about $200 I could have won. So I'm going perfect. I'm like, cool. Then the Chiefs, they destroy. The final score doesn't say it. Does not say it. Oh, they only won by 10 points. The Chiefs were in control the entire game. And it started off special teams fumble. Literally the first play of the game, kickoff return, and he fumbles. Leads to boop. Chiefs go down the field, score. Then the Bucks, like I kept saying, can't score. They settle for 3. Then boom, Chiefs get the ball. They go down the field. They can score on anybody, except for the Colts last week. But that's the end of it. Point is, right? The Chiefs. I'm gonna talk about the Bucks side because Mike Evans, as much as I want to say fuck him, I gotta give credit where credit is due. 2 tutties. He did his thing. Leonard Fournette did his thing. Oh, by the way, could have won $600 on that game. $1 bet. Same game parlay. Everything hit. But 2 things. Mahomes had to go over 260. He had 240.
Oh, that's tough.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire had to go over 13.5 receiving yards. He had 2.
He dropped the first down.
The wheel route that would have been a tutty. Or at least almost to like the 5-yard line. Dropped it.
And then that would have been both for Mahomes and for him.
That would have been both for him and Mahomes. Pain, sadness, depression. Everything else hit. It's like a 10-leg parlay. But regardless, though, pain. It's okay. We just as what does Bane say? Or I mainly adopted the darker, so something like that. So paraphrasing, I mainly adopt the pain. You know, we improvise and adapt. Go for it. But shout out to the Chiefs, man. Shout out to the Chiefs. 3-1. They handling business.
They're looking like the best team in the league.
Defense leaving a lot to be desired. Defense isn't as strong as you would want them to be, considering you want a complete team. But Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league.
True.
People keep trying to think Josh Allen might win MVP. We're big on that train. But to say that Mahomes isn't the best quarterback in the league right now, you should smack your mama for saying that, because that's blasphemy. The fucking play he did, bro, schoolyard bullshit. And he runs around. He almost crosses the foot. And there's a picture. He's stuck,
like smiling, right?
Tucky's like, it's kind of like the Magic Johnson kind of thing. He's like, a little float pass, study. So it's like, damn. It's like you can't stop that. You can't. He's having fun playing football, and it's a joy to watch when he's not against your team. But shout out to Chiefs. Fuck the Bucks. They bring them down. Every team they play against. Now I gotta root for the Falcons. God damn it.
You literally said, nah, but real quick though, like for the Bucks, bro, you can't. They gotta run the ball better, and like low key sneakily, like the Chiefs have a pretty solid rush defense.
Yeah.
Like, cause Austin Eckler didn't do shit, Jonathan Taylor didn't do shit, and I forgot what they played. Oh, James Conner and them, they didn't do shit at all. So like I don't know what to tell y'all. But -3, my brother in Christ, -3 yards, bro. That's unfortunate. You cannot do that. Now they play the Falcons, which they give up a lot of rush yards, so I expect it to be corrected. And it's crazy. It's just insane. Like 31 points and you lose the game. Like you would think, like, damn. But they only had 31 because honestly, those are empty stats. Like they were down bad. And the Chiefs was honestly just fucking around. Like it honestly could have been like a 50 piece. If they wanted to, it could have been like a 50 piece. Because he threw a pick and they took it mad far, and it could have been a pick six and all that other jazz. But the Bucks, their problem hasn't been scoring. Their defense was solid, but then their offense wasn't scoring. This game kind of was the reverse. Like they were scoring points, but the defense was giving up 10-play drives, touchdowns. You can't win like that. So it's fine. But lastly, and one of the main reasons why you were upset, the Rams got spanked by the 49ers. And I don't know what the hell was wrong with the regular season with Kyle Shanahan versus Sean McVay, but it is not close. Like Sean McVay, give me Sean McVay in the playoffs, but regular season, give me Kyle Shanahan. Because Debo was Debo. Jimmy G, as much as we like to crack on the guy, he ain't have to do much. He did some screens. He did some slants. He did some short yardage, some ins and outs, out routes. He ain't try to do nothing deep, nothing cheap, nothing deep. He ain't do none of that. You feel me? Like Kittle didn't even get involved. Kittle has not done remotely anything except for pass blocking and run blocking. The people's tight end hasn't done shit, and I'm so glad I didn't draft him in fantasy because I would be in shambles right now. Their defense is legendary. Their defense can win you a championship. Can their offense at least try to match up some of that output? They did it yesterday. But like, is that consistent though? Because I think that's just matchup. I feel like that's just honestly like they can't do it every single time. Right. They can't rely. You can't have Jeff Wilson go on a 33-yard touchdown run and Debo Samuel basically breaking like 1,000 tackles on some beast mode shit, beast quake. There needs to be more consistently because there's like a dead period, like a good like quarter and a half, like no one was scoring from both sides.
Right. Debo's Debo. I talk about King Henry being my favorite, like probably non-Saint player. Debo is up there too. I love Debo Samuel. I was talking big about him in the offseason. I was like, oh, he's the number 5 receiver for me. He's like, what? Debo's so high? What you talking about? I'm like, yeah, because he could literally take a 2-yard screen and take it to the house. It's like he's a football player. So it's not as fast as Tyreek, but it's one of those like deceptively fast dudes.
Indeed.
And his ability to bounce off of people is like legendary. Kamara probably is the best breaking tackle person, like in terms of like staying on his feet and rolling forward. David Montgomery is also pretty high on that list in terms of just like taking the hits and just keep going forward. But when it comes to like shiftiness on top of being able to take a hit, Debo is definitely up there. But the Rams, man, they need help. They need somebody because Cooper Kupp, and this kind of we talked about the Chiefs earlier, right? And the Chiefs of last year and the Dolphins, right? And this is our last game. We're almost done, ladies and gentlemen. The Rams cannot solely rely on Cooper Kupp and Tyler Higbee. That's it. That's all. That's basically anybody who caught the ball this night.
Yeah.
And Ben Skoranek from Notre Dame. Shout out him. But we got 3 white receivers. Cam Akers. He got involved, but not in the pass game. I think Matthew Stafford. I think that Andrew Whitworth, the left tackle, retiring is paying more dividends than anything else because they can't protect him for anything. And you can't say you are one of the best teams in the league if your quarterback is leaving a lot to be desired. So, like, next week, they play the Cowboys against Michael Parsons. And that defense, who are, like, second or third in the league in pressures with quarterbacks, if you're going to say upset alert, I agree. Upset alert for sure.
No, I'm saying they're second.
Oh, they're second in the league in QB pressures. Probably
Like,
first in
like
sacks.
top 3 in sacks as well.
Right. So it's like, Jesus. If you can't stop, like, if you can't protect, you are going down. And that's not a good look because, like, their defense can only do so much. Yeah, Ramsey got burned, but everyone gets burned by Deebo Samuel at some point. And Aaron Donald, they keep saying double teaming him. And he kept getting into the backfield a lot, but he couldn't get it. Like, a lot of the times, this happens a lot. He doesn't get the sacks. He gets credit with pressure, but he doesn't get sacks because he gets so close, and then they just dump it off to somebody.
Hey, oh my God.
It's like, oh my God. So the Rams sold on me. I'm not gonna pick them. I'm not picking a lot of people anymore in prime time. I don't know. Maybe just a curse, but it is what it is. And as I start to yawn and Renell starts to worry about his eyes, we are almost done. So we are done, ladies and gentlemen. Is there
one last thing though before we, bro? Antonio Brown, what the fuck, bro? What? No, like, like,
not laughing to condone it,
bro. This dude is. I don't know what the hell is wrong with him, bro. Like, this dude. First, you post Brady's wife. You hugging on Brady's wife, and this when you won the Super Bowl. Right when he's in the midst of like marriage counseling, all this other shit, the pandemonium that's going on. Then you out here showing your whole butt cheek in a whole public pool, like,
and
in your meat. Like, fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, get help, bro. Get help. I'm tired of people enabling this behavior. Oh, let him live. He got the money. No, bro. No. Because if he was broke or he was like a middle class man, low class man, he would be easily in jail right now. Stop. And this is for anybody who has like friends as celebrities or has people in their life as celebrities. Bro, do not enable. Don't be a yes man for them. Don't tell them what they want to know. Tell them what they need to know. Give them that guidance. Like, yo, that is not a good idea. For you to show your ass cheeks in a public pool. To show your beef where people was recording you. The people that are recording them, no cap, should be ashamed of themselves. Instead of like be saying yes to him and let him do whatever he wants to do, giving him that pardon me, giving him that guidance and be like, yo, this is not cool. This is not good. Why does he continue to do with these antics? I don't know. A lot of people make the jokes that the CTE is kicking in. This is not a joking matter. Like, this dude honestly needs help. He had a catchy tune over the song and put that shit on, do your thing. That's cool. That's the good part. But when you're doing the antics like that just honestly that rubs me the wrong way. And that's the last thing I gotta say.
I mean, damn, just AB slacking. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Son.
On that lovely note, ladies and gentlemen, look, good news on, because I told Shabazz, I'm, as people might not know or may know, I am an 8th grade math teacher in Indiana, and they offered me a chance to teach an honors math class. So pretty happy, pretty exciting stuff on that part. I don't know when we're gonna start. We're probably gonna start like Monday or next week or like a few weeks from now. I'm really excited, man. It's year 2, and they see something in the kid. So this little positivity to end the stream. Week 5 is on the horizon. We talk about week 5 tomorrow. But of course, I'm your host, Natty Babs. That's Shabazz TV. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow night at 8:30. And Matt is joining the stream. So, like, yeah, we're gonna get right with Matt and talk think about his Giants being 3-1. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, peace out.
It's funny, I know about it. Certain to somebody. Sometimes